Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you are watching this. As you know, this is our normal filming day, and so I wanted to get right into it. If you continue to watch, we are going to talk about products that I picked up from Ulta. We're going to discuss how to elevate your makeup every day by adding lashes, and we will makeup together and talk about the new products that we have. So let's get right into it. Okay, so one of the things that I want to introduce you guys to is some Morphe brushes. This brush I have been waiting to receive for so long that I couldn't help but open it before I filmed. So this is the Morphe, both of these are the Morphe concealer brushes. This one is described best for light buildable concealer, and this one is for controlled precise concealing. So I would like to point out that both of these are concealer brushes. One is a round paddle concealer brush and one is an angled concealer brush. I really like Morphe brushes, just like I mentioned before, that Real Technique and Morphe brushes last a long time. So these are good investments. Both of these were $10 a piece. If I'm not mistaken, I have this brush from one of the Morphe brush kits that they sell, which is about $30 or $25, and you get 4 or 5 brushes, when some of these brushes are by themselves $18 to $10 to $18. So that's the first brush. So you all always see me use M131 in every video because this is one of my favorites. I just wanted to buy a new one because I didn't feel like cleaning the other one. Don't judge me. But this one is the one that is best for the buildable concealing. And this one is also the round paddle concealer brush, right? So look how round it is, how undent. I'm gonna grab my dirty one and show you guys, but this is the Morphe 131 brush, and I'm gonna show you. It is in my makeup drawer, so give me a second. So these are my brushes from the week, okay? They need to be clean. But here is that brush after being used and me having it for a while. So this is it. This is, it's dirty. I don't know what happened right here, but it's peeling. That's a me thing. That's not a Morphe thing. But yeah, this is what it looks like after being used. So, and then this is it fresh out the box. They look very much the same, obviously. So that is my favorite. So I had to replace that one. Then we have the Morphe 132. Morphe 132. Morphe. This is what the angle of it looks like. I really am obsessed with the construction of this brush. I want to show you my other concealer brush that I like from Morphe because I do a lot of concealer, I need a bunch of brushes. They're to each other, have different qualities. So we have the angled concealer brush. This is the angle one. As you can see, it's angled and more dense. We have the concealer brush one. So I completed the set. This is how it goes. This is 131. This is 132, and this is 133. So I have all of the concealer brushes. And as you can see, they all are different. So this one is very dense and short. This one is angled but dense, and this one is round and more fluffy appearing. So we have all 3 of the concealer brushes. The next thing that we purchased in our Ulta haul was the Super Goop sunscreen. We are going to use this in today's video, so we are going to get an opportunity to see what this looks like. But as we know, we are obsessed with the sunscreen. This one is everyday lotion sunscreen. I use this on my face, but I found this one yesterday and I asked the Ulta employee, like what was the difference between this one, because it does not specifically say that this is for the face, and it doesn't say that this one is specifically for the body. As you can see, it says everyday lotion. So I feel like you can use that on your face and your body if you wanted to. And then we also have this one. So this one says SPF obviously 50 and unseen sunscreen versus this one being the Play Everyday Lotion. So I asked her and she swatted a blister on my hand, and this one is clear and is a replace, so you can use it for two things, sunscreen as well as primer, which I'm interested to see because when she used it on my wrist, like put it on my hand, it mattified my skin, and I think I am interested in that for the summer because in the summer we're more oily, more sweaty, so I want to see how that plays. And that's it. I went to Target. I think I should tell you guys. I went to Target and I purchased these LA Color lashes that I've been wearing. So one of them is called Wispy She's, and the other one is Vixen. I have been rocking the Vixen. This one is Vixen. I have been rocking this one, and I just picked up this one. So I'm interested to see. These are reusable synthetic fiber. No, obviously glue is in there, but I've been using the same two pairs for the last week because lashes could be reused. Okay, we listen and we don't judge. Clock that, okay? But I really like this brand, and here's the good, right? These are $1.29, and when I bought them, they were $1.16. I don't know how many cents that is off, but thank you, Target. So we purchased a bunch because when I like something, I just like it, okay? And so, yeah, we're gonna be applying these today. So let's get right into our makeup. So I've already started off with my skincare. As we know, we're gonna do some eye cream, whichever one is your choice, some face moisturizer of your choice, and some type of spot blemish serum of your choice, you know. And now we're gonna go in with this new sunscreen. So my pro tip as a makeup girly is never buy the full product before you've tried it out. This product here for this 0.68 ounce is $22. The largest one I think was $48, and that was 5.5 ounces. I'm gonna always tell you this. Don't ever buy the full one before you try it out, because then one, obviously you could take it back, but you used it and then they have to throw it away. So start with a small one. If you don't like it, go get your money back. But if there's a smaller one than this, I will also recommend just try a small one, because then you can use the whole thing before you decide if you don't like it, right? When it comes to sunscreen, you always want to use your first 2 fingers to measure it out. So use that for how you, which is why you guys always see me use so much. But look, it's white. I love that. We're gonna put that on our head. I love how that just kind of mattified my face. Making sure it's all off. So lately I have been trying to do a no makeup look. It's very challenging, but let me show you all how I'm going about it. So first I'm going in with a concealer that matches my skin. As you know, I'm a e.l.f. girly. This is in tan neutral. I like to conceal anything that I consider imperfection, which is some of this like hyperpigmentation. So I'm gonna take skin. It's so interesting how we call the simplest things about our face imperfections. Like, these are not imperfections. Literally, I went into Ulta yesterday, and this girl was like, "Your skin is beautiful." I said, "Thank you." Like, I didn't have makeup on. She just said my skin was beautiful. And it's so interesting to me how we will highlight our insecurities more than we highlight the things that we are not insecure about, our confident areas. And I guess that segues into my lesson for this week. Because I don't know what we was gonna talk about, but it feels like it fits perfectly. Let's talk about insecurities that derive from our lack of discipline. Yeah, let that title sink in for a second. Insecurities that derive from our lack of discipline. We know what we should do, but we don't do it. One thing I forgot to do, let's actually do it right now, was put some powder on my brows because I put that primer on there, and sometimes primers are oily and are like add too much slip to our brows, so you want to mattify your brows with some powder and then go in with product. That's my tip. If you put lotion over your whole face, then you try to do your brows and you realize that the product is not sticking as well, then just put some powder on your brows to set them with powder in a way so that the product is not so slippery. So lately what I've been doing to conceal my brows is to put the concealer right on my lid already, like this, because concealer sometimes acts as a shadow primer, even though I don't be using shadow. I know how to do shadow, and maybe that will be one of my videos that I dedicate to you guys, because shadow is about blending, okay? Shadow is about blending. I actually started out doing shadows and cut crease and all those things. It's not every day for me, so it's not a preference. Okay, so take that concealer right underneath your brow that you just created, if you don't have much brow, which is okay because I don't have much brow in the front, but here you go, like that. Then obviously swipe this down. If it's too much, just add it to your face like that. And same on this side. All right, that's brows. You then take your concealer brush that you have product on. Doesn't always have to be a clean brush because you do want to tone down some of this concealer. How this one is more like skin tone and this one is more bright. If you take a concealer brush from yesterday and you just swipe over, see how it kind of like calms it down? Yep, that's exactly what we want. Because again, it's all about blending. Okay, that's the brows, right? Brows. Go in with our foundation brush. I'm actually going to use a more clean makeup brush today. So I was using the Real Techniques buffing brush. So we're going to use that to just buff out our concealer. And we just want to, yep, just like that. Today I'm really trying because as y'all can see, I can't even hide it, but this huge zit on the side of my face. Probably because I haven't been eating salad. I feel like salad really keep your skin good. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I believe that. Okay, let's see. Tilt the mirror down. So I'm sorry. Okay, we're just blending that out. Remember, just blend it out. And blending out sometimes it's just pressing it in, so it's okay. Smooth. This is our canvas. This side looks a lot better. This over here is looking a little. Let's add some setting spray. It's gonna loosen up the dryness of our concealer. There you go. Okay. Okay, I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna go in with our concealer. I don't have a reason to be nervous because I do this every day. I mean, not the no makeup look, but I do makeup every single day. I'm trying not to put no makeup on that zit right there, but. All right, bronzing. Go in with some concealer. What I'm gonna do today, obviously both e.l.f. I'm gonna go in with the lighter one here, in here. We're gonna let this dry down, and while we apply our other products, we're then gonna go in with the more skin color concealer right on top in this middle zone like that. Then we're gonna go in with our highlighter. I have not been doing blush, but some blush in here. I'm gonna go in with, this one is called Dusty Rose. I'm just gonna do one dot on both sides. And a little bit of that lilac, because y'all know I'm obsessed with the summer lilac color. And then one right there and one right there. At this point, we're about to add another one, because we need one that looks like our actual undertones. That's what blush, oh. Okay, I think that's enough. What did you say? I say yes. No more blush. As we blend them out, we're then gonna go in with this, our Easy Drops from Fenty Beauty, because this is a skin tint. After we have blended this out, we're gonna add this so that the places that does not have makeup has some kind of finish, makeup finish, okay? All makeup is all, it's all about blending. Whenever I get on here, it's all about blending. in product placement is a huge thing. What you're blending and where you're blending it really matters. As you can see, this is a jawline bronzing. You want to make sure it doesn't go way up here underneath. You want to keep it on your jaw. Even underneath your jaw is good, right? But if you start to move it up, then that requires you to do a lot more work to clean it up. So with I'm doing my jawline, I'm always sweeping under because obviously this product has to be dispersed, but we don't have to disperse it over our whole face. Even with the chin, perfect example. We didn't move it down, we just spread it out. Perfect. Again, when we conceal, I'm going to use some of the concealer here for my forehead and my chin. Blend out our nose. Huge thing is to keep it on the sides of our nose and up. Up is fine. All the way down is not fine. So, okay, let's do our cheek. Press, 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 press. Again, blending and placement. Press into the temples of your head where shadows naturally live, where bronzing actually lives, where the sun already naturally deepens our face. See? Placement, placement. Press up, press up, press up. Never press down because you want the makeup to help you what is it called? I can't think of the word. Contour. You want it to naturally contour your face, right? Placement, placement. Okay, blend it out, right? Let's do our concealer. Should we do our blush? Let's see what this concealer is feeling like. Okay, yep, it dried down too much. So let's go in here. I'm trying to give y'all a talking video and a makeup video, but it's kind of hard. Okay, blush. See how that other color just took completely over of those other colors? That happens. Move it up. Move it up, move it up. Okay, then on this side it didn't do that, but here we are. Okay, that's our blush. Perfect. Let's go into the concealer. We are using our new Morphe brush that's in the number 132 because I've been waiting for this brush, okay? Every time I go to Ulta, they want to bring my brush, but here we are. We got my brush today. All about pressing. It's all about pressing. That's all it's about, okay? All that it's about is pressing. Okay, I'm liking how that is blending out. Yep, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. See? We have the brightness, but we also have the calmness, and that is what I'm here for right now. Press that into our blush because we want it to be seamless. Okay, other side, press. So what I like to do when I'm blending out my concealer is start at the end, right? Because we want to blend out those edges. Mainly, you see how that is a vacancy of product? We want to blend that out. Even with the end of this product, we know that there's going to be a line here, but what about everything else? We want it to be blended together that it looks as seamless as possible. So then we press all that in. Okay. Okay, see how that looks? I'm satisfied with how this looks. So I have taught you guys the importance of blending, pressing, and all that things, right? So we press this concealer. Let's put some on our forehead. I might have to add some concealer on my forehead and chin on its own. But we blended out our eyes. Now it is time for us to go in with our Huda Beauty baking or setting powder, right? Shake it, shake it, shake it. I know I told y'all last time that I am obsessed with using the sponge for this, but lately I have been using this brush, okay? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna take some Huda Beauty. We're gonna rub it on our wrist just to smooth it out for placement purposes. And then we're gonna press it. Like that. Now we're gonna take some more, dust off the excess, rub it, rub it, rub it. Okay. And so that's that, right? Should I put some on my forehead? Let me see. I think I should. Some concealer. I don't know, a little torn. But let's see. Just a dot. I don't want a lot right there. Let's go in with a little bit of the Easy Drops while that concealer on our forehead dries. Foundation brush. Oh, that was a lot. On all the places, that was a lot, guys. Oh, the rose one there. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I like that finish. That's a cool finish. Okay. Not a lot, just where we don't have any makeup. Okay, perfect. So we're letting that dry down. We're gonna actually go in with our day old concealer brush and we're going to blend that out. We're gonna put some of it on our chin. I don't really want a lot on my chin because the chin be not doing me right sometimes. We're gonna go ahead and blend this out. Blend this out, blend this out. But yes, guys. We're going to go in with the same concealer brush and we're going to set our forehead. So we're going to take that powder, rub it on our wrist again, and then we're going to set our brow and forehead right here as fast as we can. Well, the forehead doesn't really matter. Under eyes is the one. As you can see, this is why you bake. So as much as this product that can stay will stay without helping our under eyes not crease. Okay, so we're going to go in. Press into our chin. And now that foundation is on our face, we can set everywhere that we want to be set. So this is now our layer of powders. We have moved away from all of our creams and liquids, and we are now going into our powders. Okay. I'm going to take my cream bronzing brush and I'm going to blend out these edges over here. This edge over here, like into that, and a little bit of this edge. Okay, that's the cream one. Perfect. Where's the blush one? Take some blush, cream blush. If whatever residue is still on here, that's that. Face is facing, okay? We're gonna still go back under our eye, press under our eye with this powder that's on this brush. Press it in, press it in, press it in. And we're gonna go in with a more shade-like powder. That is in 310, obviously, you know. And we're gonna rub that in. Press it. Layers of powder, okay? Layers. Okay, that's that. After we do that, we will take beauty blending brush, right? And press it in. All powders. Press it in, press it in. And now we're going in with the rest of our powders. So where's the bronzer? Bronzer's right here. Morphe, dear Morphe, please bring back the originator, the bronzing glam bronze, okay? An originator. Thank you very so much. So proud supporter, proud supporter. Like Morphe, what are you doing? You're fumbling. The big, huge, big time. More powder. This one is a blush powder, so that's we just want more blush. But yeah, too old to not be doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, and everything is one of my pastors will say online. Everything is spiritual, but you need to start in the natural too. You can't just be all heavenly bound, no earthly good, child. Can't be having that. It's not in this season. Okay. Yeah, Morphe, we talking to you. We're going to go in with our makeup brush for our eyes. Any shape that you have is cool. As you can see, I use these two mainly from the same collection. I love this collection. Thank you. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my mom. The letters is off on that one, but the letters is not off on this one. It says base shadow brush, which means we start with this one. But we're going to use both of them for the same thing, so it really don't matter. But yeah, blend that out. I like to add some underneath my eye right here, so my eye don't look so bright. Blend it out on your eyelid. Blend, add, layer, layer. Okay, how's that? We did it. We are much more zoomed in because we are going to start our eyelash application. The first step to a good eyelash application is to have your favorite mascara. Now, I'm not saying this is my favorite one. I think the green one from Clinique is my favorite just because I like the wand. However, this is sometimes your favorite is the one you grab on the day you grab it, okay? So the first thing to do, the reason why we're going in with our mascara is because after we have placed all those powders on our eyes, sometimes that powder residue is in our eyebrow or in our lash hair, and we just want to remove it. And the best way to remove it is with this. I don't know why I keep calling this concealer, but with our mascara. So you zoomed in, so hopefully you can see. And I have a little compact mirror right here. So we're going to go in. Go slow, okay? Because sometimes when I'm going fast, I get mascara on the top of my eyelid, which is not a bad thing. I love makeup, but I'm not like a perfectionist yet, probably, but until I start watching these back and be like, I could have did that better. So after you do the top, you're gonna go into the bottom. I find it easiest, dip your mascara in the thing again. And I find it easiest to look up when I do my bottom lash. Hopefully y'all can see this. But look up. Okay, so we got one eye. Just this elevates the look, right? So we're gonna do that to the other eye. Then we're gonna go do the same thing with the bottom. Look up, take your time. The bottom, I don't care how much time I take. It's always gonna be a little smudge, and some days I just gotta be okay with that. I like the bottoms to look dramatic sometimes, so I'm just taking extra. I like the bottom. There we go. Step 1, add mascara to your lashes after makeup application. Step 2, most important step, choose the lashes that you want to wear for the day. I think I want to go in with the more like lesser full one, which is the wispy. Anything wispy is my favorite. Let me give you one extra tip that I like. Using a utensil is not a bad thing. As you can see, I have a few different ones. One is a tweezer. 2 of them are a tweezer. They're shaped different, as you can see. One is angled, one is like pointy. The second 2 are actual eyelash application tweezers. As you can see, this one is shaped as an eyelash, and this one also is kind of shaped like an eyelash. The reason why I like these is because sometimes people, when, I don't know, with our fingers, sometimes it's not the easiest. So picking up the lash with the lash applicator is sometimes easier to maneuver in getting into those little tiny spaces. So today, applicator I'm going to be using is this gold one. Pro tip. The second pro tip I will give you for this application is in regards to the measurement of the eyelashes. As you can see, it starts here and it ends here. Everyone's eye is not this long, right? So, and sometimes you don't want it to be over your whole eyelash. Me personally, I want it from start to end, but you sometimes have to measure it out, which requires you to have some pair of cutting scissors so that you can cut off the extra part. So we're gonna do one together step by step. So lash glue that you can use. I prefer this one. It's cry proof, it's life proof, okay? Sometimes when I'm taking my eyelashes off, I'm not taking them off the way that I should. And so I'm just peeling them from the back to the front, and the glue is still very much intact after a long day of everything. So start with your favorite lash glue. Duo is another one that I can vouch for, but that one is not cry proof. So if you have some crying in a wedding, Duo is not the best one, D-U-O. That one is not the best one. So I would always recommend this Kiss one because it really holds up, test of time, okay? What I like to do, and you don't have to do this if you are a beginner and you don't feel comfortable doing this, but it is just like if you were applying some form of eyeliner, wing eyeliner or pencil eyeliner. You are going to take a compact mirror so that you can see close up, and I kind of want to be in frame, so that's why I'm not leaning over. But we're going to take our lash applicator, which is like a brush, and we are going to apply this to the front of our lash, like something like that, and we're going to apply it to the end of our lash, very much like that. We're going to do both eyes just because I normally do both eyes. Okay, step on right as close to the lash line as possible. Okay, okay, so you know that this lash glue is ready once it dries clear. Okay, I actually missed a step, so please forgive me. I know these lashes fit me, which is why I didn't measure them, but I should have measured them so I can show you guys on camera. Lash out from this end to the front. Take it out. Fold it in a little bit, wiggle it, wiggle that band. You're going to take this eyelash and you're going to see if it fits. Okay, mine's fit, so I'm going to then show you what I do. After I have applied it, the lash glue onto my actual eye, I'm going to add some onto this lash strip, and I'm going to also let that dry down. Okay, so we're gonna put that down. Just put it down anywhere that you have a free space. It's kind of hard to get it out of there, but go ahead, take it out. Don't be afraid. You're not gonna rip it. Now, if you rip it, it's on while it's on. So let's try to get this done. Okay, same motto. Take the lash on the tweezers, preferably with a good grip. Mirror compact below. Look down. look down, place the lash as close to the lash line as possible. You're going to then use your finger or the tweezer applicator, it's up to you, to make sure it's really on there. Okay. Oh, my finger was sticking to the glue. Okay. Now what I like to do, now that you are very close, I'm going to use my fingers for this part. I'm going to look down. Oh, Holy Spirit, please help me to articulate this well. I'm going to look down at the mirror. I'm going to grab the underneath my lash and the top of my lash, and I'm going to press the skin in my lash with the falsie. You see how that band disappeared? That's what we want to do. We want to always make sure we cause that band to disappear and that our lash and the false lash are meshed together. So it's just like a light press or tap together. Okay? Just like that. We're going to do that to the other side. Look down, grab your eyelash. See, I didn't grab it well because my finger got stuck. Grab it, press it over. Okay? Just like that. Grab them together, press them together. And that's it. I like to look at my lash over the top. I like to look at my lash, make sure it's right. And I like to make sure everything is placed where it should be placed. Okay, so that's the lashes. Simple, natural, to go with our no makeup, very much makeup look today. And that's it. Makeup and eyelashes are so simple. As y'all can see, I got mascara right there, but with the lashes, I just like to make sure they're actually on my eye. One thing that is very important to me when it comes to makeup and eyelashes is that you cannot be afraid of the creation that you made. Like, there's no way for you to mess up the art that you did, right? So when it comes to lashes, like, I'm okay with pressing, touching. My eye itching like this. Like, don't be afraid that you're gonna mess your makeup up, because that's why you use setting powder. That's why you use setting spray. That's why you created the look with all those important steps. So thank you. Please stay tuned, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. That's what they be saying. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.